Chapter 1. The Silent Thief. How you lost your power without knowing. Take a deep breath with me. In, hold, and release. Let's do it again. This time, feel it go deeper. In, hold, and let it go. Now listen. There's something I want to say before we go any further. And I'm going to say it gently because it might land deeper than you expect. Something took your power, but it didn't ask for permission. It didn't knock on the door. It crept in slowly, little by little, until you couldn't quite tell when it happened, only that something was missing. Maybe you haven't been able to name it, but you felt it, that silent ache, that quiet sense of being less confident, less present, less you. You still function? Sure. You still show up for others. You still smile. But inside, you're running on low. And it's not laziness. It's not weakness. It's not a personality flaw. It's the result of something most people never talk about. Emotional theft. See, your power didn't vanish. It got stolen in pieces, quietly, carefully, over time. And most of us don't even realize it's happening. It happens the first time someone shames you for crying. The first time your no was ignored. The first time you were told to be quiet, to sit down, to stop making a scene. It happens the moment you were made to feel like your needs were too much, or when love came with strings attached, or when silence became safer than speaking. And here's the thing. No one ever told you what to do with all that pain, so you buried it. You told yourself, I'm fine. You learned how to shrink without even realizing it. Let me pause here and ask you something. When was the last time you felt fully you? Not the version of you who's strong for everyone else. Not the one who's always fixing, doing, pleasing. I mean the real you. The one who breathes freely. The one who speaks and doesn't flinch. The one who doesn't second-guess every move. If it's hard to remember, you're not alone. That's what emotional wounds do. They rewrite your sense of self-worth from the inside out. They make you question your value. And over time, you stop trusting your own voice. Let me tell you a truth I wish more people heard growing up. You didn't deserve what happened to you, but healing is still your right. I know that sounds hard, because maybe you've spent years thinking it was your fault. Maybe you believed if you had just done more, been more, tried harder, they would have stayed. Or maybe if you had spoken up, you could have stopped it. But here's the real truth, the one that doesn't change no matter what you've believed. What happened to you wasn't a reflection of your worth. It was a reflection of someone else's wound. And those wounds got passed down through words, through silence, through neglect, through control. They taught you to keep the peace at the cost of your own, to overgive even when you were empty, to perform instead of be. There's a name for that. It's called trauma loops. Those unconscious cycles we get trapped in when we're still trying to make sense of the pain. We start forming hidden agreements without even realizing it. Agreements like, I'm only lovable if I'm perfect. My needs aren't important. If I speak up, I'll be punished. If I rest, I'm lazy. I have to earn love. These lies, they're sticky. They sound like your own thoughts, but they're not. They were planted by experience, by fear, by repetition, and they become so familiar You start living by them without ever realizing how much power they're stealing. Let's look at the symptoms. Maybe you felt these. You overthink everything. You say yes when you want to say no. You procrastinate because the fear of failure is louder than your desire to try. You feel guilty when you rest. You apologize even when you haven't done anything wrong. You feel like you're too much and not enough, all at the same time. Sound familiar? These aren't personality quirks. These are emotional symptoms of disconnection. They're signs that you've been running on autopilot to survive. But survival is not the same as being alive, and you're meant to live. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a moment, just you and me. A moment to see yourself clearly. Not the version you show the world, not the one that hides the cracks, but the part of you that's still in there, waiting to be remembered. Stand in front of a mirror, or if you don't have one nearby, just close your eyes and imagine yourself standing there. Take a deep breath. Now, say this gently, with love. I see you, and I'm here to remember who we were before we forgot. Again, I see you, and I'm here to remember who we were before we forgot. You are not too far gone. You are not too late. You are not unworthy. You are here. You are waking up. You are reclaiming what was always yours. Listen, your power isn't something you have to fight for. It's something you remember. It's something you return to. And that return begins with awareness. Just by naming what was lost, you're already opening the door to healing. This is the moment where the shift begins. Not because everything is fixed, but because you've chosen to stop pretending. You've chosen to stop shrinking, to stop surviving and start rising, to start healing from the inside out. That's not weakness. That's courage. Now, before we close this chapter, I want you to sit quietly and feel this truth wash over you. You are not broken. You are healing. You are not weak. You are reclaiming. You are not invisible. You are remembered. Say this with me now. I am allowed to be whole. I am allowed to take up space. I am allowed to speak my truth. I am allowed to heal. Again, because repetition rewires the soul. I am allowed to heal. I am allowed to rise. I am allowed to return to myself. This is only the beginning. We've cracked open the door. In the next chapter, we're going to dig deeper. We're going to trace the roots of those old wounds and call them out by name, because you can't heal what you're afraid to face. But don't worry, you won't be alone. We'll walk through it together. And every step will bring you closer to the version of you that already exists beneath the pain. The version of you that's powerful, whole, and free. Take one last breath with me. Feel your body. Feel your heart. Feel the shift already happening. You're not just listening, you're transforming. Let's keep going.